Hey everyone, how's it
iCarly
going?
theme song.
What?
iCarly theme song.
Exactly. Alright, alright, and
I know you'll see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
yeah,
Great way to start it off.
great way to
Great
avoid.
way, fantastic. 10 out of 10. Please like and subscribe. Can we get 50 likes? Let's do it.
Alexa, play this.
50 likes and I'll kill myself.
Yep. 51 and I'll do it as well.
If we can
No,
get to
You'll do it for one.
0 likes,
You're right, I would.
you know, if this video gets 1 dislike, I'm definitely gonna kill myself tonight. Anyway, how's it going? It's Shella here, back again with another video that no one is ever gonna watch. Ever. So
Because
if
everybody
people that are
knows
actually
that
in it.
everyone else prefers to watch XPC and Magical Dealer and Prizzy and Devin and anyone else that I know who actually gets at least more than 100 views on their FusionFall videos.
Hey, I got 2,000 on my FusionFall channel, but it was clickbait, so, and I haven't touched it in 2
Who do
years.
you got? You got like Plants 1000. Shout out to him. Ace Trainer Green. Shout out to him.
shout out to
Just like
Waze, who is
Becca.
supposed to come here on stream.
Oh,
soon.
and of course,
But the
how can we
best
forget?
Kira.
Huh?
Kira.
Oh, Kira, of course, Kira, absolutely. But how else can we forget Ben Button Coyote?
Oh, of course, he's
Forget about
the,
him.
Yeah, we're
He's the
completely
OG.
shouting out everyone.
I'm shouting out all the Fusion Fallers right
shouting
now.
out everyone better than
Live on
me.
play.
But actually, this is a really good strategy because if I keep making trash videos, no one will watch them, so no one will give a dislike. So I don't get to kill myself.
I mean, have you
That's-
considered like
that's
you
one way to
know,
look at
have you considered doing gameplays? I mean, at least when you get the chance to
I
play the game
have,
again.
I even did one, but actually my computer is so bad that it can't run OBS and FusionFall at the same time.
Mine
Just
too.
plug it into your toaster or something. It should be able to play.
Yeah, at
Or
this
the
point
microwave.
it's gonna be better than my PC. I actually do have a video of
Same.
playing the original closed beta with the tech square tutorial, and it was fucking lacking, really.
That This is so sad.
Anyway,
Alexa.
shouldn't we introduce ourselves?
Technical developments.
Of course. So I'm your host Shala, and I'm
Killer
here
Game
with
Show.
I'm here with Basilisk, also known as Emperor Ectoshock, also known as Louis, whatever you want to call him.
Also known as Fuckboy.
What's happening?
Recto
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going. I'm leaving the podcast. Bye, guys.
Wait, no.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck.
This is the perfect way to start.
And also we have
Nice.
Dragoneer Knight, also known as Coco Moco, and Brad, and whatever you want to call him. Oh, true.
Hi, my name is Brad, and I'm a Coco.
He's also a Moco, so I don't know what that is, but whatever you want to define it as.
So
Yeah.
go subscribe to Coco Moco.
So Waze is also supposed to join, but I haven't heard from him. So
AKA
Yes.
Leoko Jim.
yeah, Lyrical Jim. Shout out to his channel.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. The guy who
Code
could basically, give you 100 reasons why Code Lyoko should be in FusionFall Legacy, which I will never ever disagree to those reasons. Code Lyoko was a godly show, and we all know that.
And 150 more reasons why Steven Universe should be in Legacy.
Ooh, you don't want to say that in front of certain people, Shala. You don't want to trigger the haters.
Yeah, it's
Midnight.
true, but actually, it's Shala, not Shala. So it's kind of weird.
I was confused. 'cause
Shala.
I
Okay,
always
thank
wanted
you.
Shala.
Thank you, Shala.
Shala.
I like to say Shala because
Shala.
it reminds me of like as if I was in a great canyon or something. I would just say the name aloud and it would just echo, just resonate throughout the canyon.
That's,
Shala! Shala!
that's actually really cool. This is so epic. Alexa, play Pumped Up Kicks.
Alexa, play. Alexa.
Alexa, write my suicide note.
So you mean your diary?
Moving on
That
to
won't work.
FusionFall.
Moving on to
She's just
Fusion-
gonna link like suicide hotline numbers.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
Fusion. Oh
5
yeah,
minutes,
FusionFall. When is
five
Retro coming out?
five
Never.
minutes in, and we still haven't mentioned FusionFall.
I
What a
mean, you know what? I swear to God, like I don't think Retro's ever coming out. I can go. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Just for this podcast, I'm gonna go on FusionFall Retro right now, and I can guarantee you, I bet my entire life savings that as soon as I go on FusionFallRetro.com, that let me see right here.com.
It's
As
not gonna
soon as
be
I
out.
go on it, is the play now
It's
thing
a
is not
hope.
even gonna be. Oh, it's
It's a
not even
hope.
gonna be lit. It's not even gonna be.
It's
Oh
a-
God, it's lit.
oh shit.
Wait, guys,
Wait,
Retro
Retro
is
is
out.
out.
Retro
I don't
is
believe
out. Retro is
Retro
out.
is out. I
No, it's
like how
not.
we did it in sync.
It's a hoax.
Retro
Well,
is
at
out.
least you know. At least I know I'm giving my you know my life insurance and everything else that I just said prior to this comment to a worthy cause. So
Yeah, you don't know
thank
what
you.
isn't out though. Legacy.
What?
Legacy's all that matters.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah, Retro.
yikes.
Retro is a terrible game. It's full of glitches. It's full of lagging. It's got live check termination. The title
That's a
system
weird
is
way of
terrible.
thinking.
You know, and 90% of the time, I find myself using a Monkey Skyway agent.
Shala, that's a weird way of saying FusionFall Heroes.
Yeah. But, like, honestly, most of the time, I'm just using a Monkey Skyway agent. That's literally 90% of my playtime.
You know, that reminds me, like, you know, one thing I always found out, like every time I would watch a video and I would see like a person flying through the sky in a Monkey Skyway agent, I find the ride from point A to point B very boring. And what I mean by that is that, like, you know, these Monkey Skyway agents, they have personalities, or at least programs have certain personalities. Why don't they like at least make certain commentary while you're in the sky? It's like, so hey, how's your day going, or stuff like that. It's like not like your character would be able to respond back anyway.
Yeah,
But
the
I'm just saying that, you know, it would be if they were to entertain you in some way. I mean, they're trying to make taros for God's sake, you know. I think it would just be interesting if they had like, I don't know, like say it out loud or maybe just say it in the chat thing. They're just, you know, say, so hey, how's your day going? It's like, thank you for flying Monkey Skyway service or whatever. Just something that would make like some sort of interaction between the player and the monkey just a little bit more interesting. What do you guys
You
think?
see, what I want is for you to jump off a Monkey Skyway whenever you want.
Yeah, but then
Also, wait, I just had I just thought of a funny idea because I know where you're going with that. I know where you're going. So like, wait until like you're at a really high point in the sky, then press the space bar and then just curve it suicide.
exactly.
You just knocked yourself out of his arms.
I really hope they make that a thing in Legacy. Like certain actions actually have more consequence. Like if you fall from the sky from like a really high place, that's like an automatic KO, or if you like get hit by a bus or something, like especially a bus, because you've seen the buses that they're doing for Legacy.
Oh, the fucking bus.
But like a car though, like a car should just like take like 75% of your health or something. That shouldn't like be an automatic KO. Unlike that car, unless the car happens to be speeding, because I know there's certain cars that speed throughout the FusionFall world. Like that car runs you over, like you're a goner. So,
yeah, if
guys, Retro is out.
if only you could kill yourself in FusionFall, that would be a really fun game then.
I think it would actually take away from the point of the game because people would be too busy trying to kill themselves instead of actually trying to beat F.U.S. So,
Well, people are doing
So,
a lot
like,
of things instead of actually trying to beat F.U.S.
it would just be, and it would just, I mean, Legacy's already going to be entertaining the idea of that. I mean, to give
So,
them
like-
to give players more leverage would just be ridiculous.
Your life depends on the grip strength of a monkey.
It,
Yeah, if
I don't
if
know
you
why that
were
made me laugh.
riding a
But just,
monkey,
I think the logic of that made me laugh.
if you were riding a
Like,
monkey in
your
real
life
life like
It's
that,
literally a life and death situation in the hands of a monkey.
yeah, your
If you're riding a
hands would
monkey in
be
real life like that, you'd be
You-
not safe.
your hands would be
Oh
fucking
my God.
tired, and the monkeys too. Like, can you hang on to something for that long while just hanging there? Your hands are gonna be fucking tired.
It's gonna be
Mhm.
really tired.
Yeah,
So,
it's-
guys, let's talk more about the mechanics of Retro. Let's talk about how we have our
Where are
nanos
my
again.
races?
What?
Oh, your rate? No, that's racist. I mean, races, infected zone, racist.
Races.
But
Yeah.
I just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
most
There's
important
somewhere.
feature of the game
Probably.
is the races, not the nanos, not the group and body system, not the missions. No, the most important detail of the game, and they somehow managed to miss it. The fucking races.
I agree.
I mean, of course. Let's just bring back the thing that I actually never did back in Fusion Fall. So
I never did it, but I'll do it this time.
I'm just playing.
We need.
I actually did a few.
I need
I
a
couldn't. You
a
did what?
use for
I
I need
actually
a use
never.
for hex.
I actually never reached level 10, so on the list of what I never did, and that being available in retro, going to level 10 is like the best thing so far for me.
I mean, I did. Like I said, I did a few, but like as soon as I saw that guy named Amazing Aura 01, who basically ranked first in all of the infected zone races,
I
I was
aspire
Clearly
like,
to
a
be
there's
that
hacker.
guy.
there's just no way. There's just no way. There's
Clearly a hacker.
Hacker.
No, he wasn't hacky. I saw like almost all of the guys' videos when it came to infected zone races. I think also at that time, I think it was also post academy. I'm not too sure. It might have been post academy or not post academy. Post birthday bash, and I think they already had like
Yeah, the
the
post
double jump.
academy was like no game at all. You just had an empty play button for the legacy side for 3 years.
Yeah,
That's post
like I think
academy.
that. I'm talking about like the time where yeah, exactly. I'm talking about the time where I think they implemented the what do they call that? Like the skidding, like when you used to press your arrow like twice,
Oh,
it
the
would like make you
dashing and
like
the glide.
roll
Yeah, the
the
dashes and the
glide thing.
glides.
Yeah, that thing, which was actually pretty useful. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, it was
those
actually very
those
very useful.
were the things that were really useful, but they let you cheat in the infected zones. The infected zones become really
It
easy
really
with
did.
dashing. Like,
It made jumping from place to place a lot easier, but they really cheated. Made you cheat that.
yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
like
When
Um.
races do release, I'm going for those leaderboards.
Yes. Now, one thing I will say, when I first played the game, I only made it up to level 26 on a second account that I made. The reason why, and here's a little story for both of you. When I
I
first
made it
played
to
the game
35.
back in 2009, I think mid 2009, I went under the name Emperor Ecto at first. I was really into my character then. That was my first OC and stuff like that. So I went up to level 4, right? And of course, like every other schmuck, I was waiting for Dawn Doom for gear. Then this guy who was wearing Dawn Doom gear and like a snowman bobblehead or something like that,
Uh,
saying he was giving away free code items or not code items, but like free codes for the FusionFall game. Like those codes that you would get like a GameStop or something like that. Like the
yeah,
way like
yeah. I
I don't
think
know
I
what they
get it.
call them, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Me being an idiot, me being the
Believe him.
dumbass that I was, believed him and went into a trade
Luis, you
and
fucking
basically said,
idiot.
"Okay, I'm gonna give you these codes, but I just need your account name and password so I can put them in." So I said, "Okay, here and here," and then he started laughing. I'm like, "What's so funny?" And it's like, "You just got hacked." I'm like, "What?" And it's like, "Yeah, bro, like TTYL," and then he just bounced. I'm like, then I realized it was like that moment where it's like, down, 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 down. Yeah, I was
So
like
you
realizing
were
to
the guy I
myself,
hacked that one time. I'm joking.
Oh, you were the guy
"What?"
that got hacked in front of me.
No, it's just I realized that was the last time I was ever gonna use that cat. I was so depressed. I was like, this is so sad. Alexa play, and then I realized that Alexas weren't invented yet. So I was like, oh, never mind.
Well, Ecto is a
So,
fucking
Yeah,
idiot, confirmed. But I would say that, but it was common knowledge already.
but let that keep in mind that even as much as the devs have stressed this in retro already, please don't be a douche. Don't try to hack people or try to scam them. Don't do that.
So,
like that
It's
one
not
guy who
nice.
tried to scam people using real money.
There was like I already saw like few guys on YouTube, already people recording other people's actions, like trying to scam others. Like, why would you do that? First of all, it's a kids game. We all know that. Second of all, why would you do that when, we just got the game back? Will Mayhem busted his ass to bring it back for us, and the rest of and anyone else who worked on it, bless them. Why would you do that? Like, why do you have to bring that negativity to a kids game? I don't understand. So it's just, but after that happened, I was so depressed because it was still my favorite game at that time. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a break from FusionFall. So like a couple months later, I made a huh?
None. Never mind.
No, so I made a new account called Lieutenant Green Plasma. I don't know if anybody remembered that name. I'm pretty sure no, but I made it up to at least level 26 at that point. By the time
that's like
August
name 25 on the generic Ecto names list.
You're very generic. I was like, you know what? I wanted to find a name at least closest to Lewis, and that's because that's my first name. For people who don't know, that's my first name. But the closest name I found was Luke, and I don't know, like the name Luke wasn't really rubbing me the right way with that. I was like, you know what? Let me just go for something a little bit more stronger or something more macho or something like that. So I went with Lieutenant. I was like, okay, Lieutenant, I like green and I like plasma and stuff like that. So I just put them all together. So by August of 2013, I only made it up to like level 26 because I didn't really have as much time to play as I would have liked.
That's actually similar to my train of thought when I created my second character a couple of weeks ago. So I thought I'm gonna have a badass rank name, so it's Baron, and I'm gonna pick something cool. So I picked Cyber as the middle name, and then I went through scrolling all of the names for the third part, and finally settled on Baron Cyber Doom.
That's not a bad name. That's a pretty dope name actually.
Yeah,
but then I heard like August of like 2013, they were saying, oh, FusionFall shutting down, and I was on vacation by that time in New Jersey, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me! Like this cannot be happening. I literally have 10 more levels to go. I collected as many green colored items as I wanted to. Like
including
you can't
Fusion
do this
Matter?
to me. But I was like, they were like, don't worry, fam, I got you. I'm gonna put you at level 36 and every other player for the time being, so y'all can have that feeling what it's like to be max level, to be in the cool kids club for one last time. I was like, but it's not the same. I didn't get there by myself.
Yeah,
Like
true.
I was
Remember,
so sad.
remember the time
I
the
was
devs actually glitched the game and you could go to level 37?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. I think Devin did that. I
Devin
think
did
Yeah, it
Devin
was
did that.
Devin.
What the fuck,
Devin
Devin?
Devin hacked the hell out of the game. Like he made it to level 37. I swear to God, I lost my mind because I saw someone in the game one time that was level 37
Like,
or even
wouldn't
higher
you
than
be
that.
like have your entire game broken if you went to 37?
Like I was literally losing my mind because I was like, wait a minute, what? Like that's that level 37 exists? Like what the hell? I didn't research this. Like I didn't look on the wiki and find it. Like what is happening? What is going on? But now, of course, years later, I find out that it was just like one of our now appointed having a little bit of fun with that, hacking the game, basically killing off all the NPCs.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
people did that too. You turned the
I wish I would
NPCs
have
into
seen that. I
enemies.
wish I would have been there for that. I really wish I would have been there for that. That's actually really, really funny.
Same. I actually didn't play Fusion Fall almost at all. I just actually did play it quite a bit, but it was in the really late times of Fusion Fall. I had like 3 accounts, and all of the character slots filled on all of the accounts, and I had 12 characters, and all of them were levels 5 to 7, and one of them was on level 9. I don't know. Every time I got bored, I just created a new character.
This
I forgot how many
motherfucker,
characters I made.
this motherfucker Kokomoko jacked my name in the server. Lieutenant Plasma. It actually has to be a LT. It's like LT dot purple plasma. So
Fine.
everybody we should
Don't you
just make it
dare.
like a certified thing. Just like everyone has to be a lieutenant something plasma. But there's one thing I regret out of my FusionFall experience. One thing I regret the most. The one thing I realized that didn't make me level up fast enough. Scavenge Nano.
I
Scavenge nanos.
see. What I do before I turn in a mission in retro is I pull out my scavenge nano, give it a gumball, and then turn in the mission.
Like
Yeah,
I had no idea what scavenge did, or rather I did, but I didn't think it was that important because I thought I was just gonna get fusion matter anyway. I didn't realize how important and how top tier that power was. And I was so mad at myself years later for not realizing, like, damn, I could have been level 36 and still played for the amount of time that I did had I just used a scavenge nano or had I just done all the Ranger Joey missions in succession. Like, and then, of course, I probably would have hit that level 29 road bump and I wouldn't have known what the hell to do. I wouldn't have known that you actually get a secret mission, which has been, by the way, shown in XPC's video and Ben Bun Coyote's video, that if you're at level 29, you can get a hidden
A
mission
quest.
from the
yeah, a quest
graveyard.
to go to the fire pits or fire swamps. Which one
Yeah,
was it?
I think from like a gravestone that says a quest.
Yeah.
Har 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 har.
A quest.
Uh,
Tombstone.
a quest.
A quest.
I've always wondered like whether or not there's always been like maybe more than one hidden mission, but
That's
I think that's
ambigular.
It's from Nebula skulls.
well, I mean, of course, besides that one, obviously, but you know, I was just thinking that if there was any more, but I think that was probably just the only ones recorded. For all we know, that could be, but I don't know. But yeah, that's probably like my biggest regret is, well, one, the fact that I got hacked like an idiot, and two, that I didn't realize how important scavenge nanos were.
You
So
want to
now,
know what I regret?
what?
I did not know that changing your nano powers required fusion matter. So I
Oof.
kind of changed a lot of their powers.
Oh,
Yeah,
So I got to
that.
level 35.
How much
Like,
does how
but
much
like
fusion does it require? Like, does it depend on the level of the nano?
I think
I
it's
don't
just a
know.
several.
But I don't remember.
I think it's just
But like,
5,000 fusion matter or something like that, and it doesn't change. Not
Mm.
sure.
I had done every single mission in the game.
Every single
when I-
one, like guide missions, world
Yes,
mission.
all guide missions.
Hidden missions.
And like, even still, I was still level 35, and like, it still looked like I just turned that level. So like, the only way to get to 36 was to grind monsters.
Oh yeah, that
And I'm just like,
grind.
nope. And
What about all the world missions? Like, did you do all of that too?
I did all of them. I made sure to like,
He wouldn't have
Um,
made
what-
it
Like
whatever that
even
you
YouTuber's name was.
35
double check,
if he
you
didn't
triple
do-
check.
I double checked every single NPC. Every single one.
Did you check
It's like,
Plot
okay,
I-
there's like
Manny
literally
on
nothing
the
else.
top left corner of the Hero's Hollow or no?
I
Because
checked. Yeah, I did that.
some of these NPCs
Wouldn't it be
that are in
off?
the Darklands are just get obscure. Like there's a random NPC with a mission.
Even the one in Green Mall.
Oh,
Wouldn't
There's
it be
like
awesome?
two in Green Mall that give out missions.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could just trade fusion matter too?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So
what
I'll
about that?
give you 5,000 fusion matter. No, I'll give you 5 million fusion matter, and you give me the Angel's Prayer wings. Sure.
I
And I
swear,
think-
I love that item to the bottom of my heart, but so many people are using it. I already see people talking about it. It's like, I don't see the big deal about the Angel's Prayer wings. Like, why is everybody wearing them? And
Yeah,
this and that.
I
I
mean, yeah,
I can't
they
help
are really
but
cool, but
semi agree with it. Like, Angel's Prayer rings are lit, but it's like people are
I want them.
overusing them. Like, I still want them regardless. I don't care. But, you know, it's like people are starting to feel about it the same way I kind of feel about the blindfolds. Like they kind of lost their value
they
in some way,
definitely
shape,
did.
or form. Honestly, I've never seen the appeal in the
I'm
blindfold.
like
Sorry,
that
guys.
one
I've never
Drake
seen
meme
the-
where I turn my face away from the blindfold, but I say yes to the wings.
I never saw the appeal of the
I'm
blindfold either.
sorry. I've never seen the appeal in blindfolds.
Yeah,
I just
I
think
think-
Me
that's
neither.
really dumb.
They're just a cool item, but I think they're popular because they were only in the future, and you couldn't get it in the past. But here, the weird thing is that I actually never played the future, but I still remember having the blindfold. So I definitely had the blindfold. What's wrong with that? You could get them in the past.
Like with me, it's just I've always liked the domino mask better, like the black colored mask that looks like Robin's mask. I just think that just looks just much cooler.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just feel like having a blindfold is just kind of like a waste of an item. They should have just made it like a headband or something like those really cool headbands that just this like the strings of it just flow in the wind. So it's just, I think that just would have been so much cooler. I think it was just like kind of a waste of an item slot. But speaking of item slots, has anyone seen some of those like unreleased items just throughout the game? You got like the Omnitrix kicks, clever name by the way. You got, Nickelback set, Battle Ready armor. Oh, I'm sorry, Battle Nemesis armor. 1 second.
I just wear whatever stats is better than the other. I don't even care about the crockpot.
So yeah, while we are on the topic of items and trading and stuff, like, what do you guys think about the current trading system? Like, are the nanos no, not the nanos. Are the taros oversaturated? Is the market gonna crash down like World War Germany?
I don't see why people trade for taros. Like the game rewards you enough taros already.
Yeah, I see people giving away the angel's wings for like hundreds of thousands of taros, while
Like
I just got the angel's prayer wings for free. My friend gave it to me. Dan did actually. Like, it's great, but
you literally get them from like the Coco machine thing in
yeah,
the Forsaken Valley,
the
which
prices on these things, like the angel wings and the devil wings and the angel prayers, are fucking
I mean, there's
ridiculous.
no guarantee that you'll actually get the Ancient Prayer wings right off the bat when you buy a Coco egg.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
you,
guarantee.
you,
when you blow
you still have a better
300,000.
chance of getting it. You still have a better chance of getting it than spending like all your taros on it.
Like honestly, like what do you have more of a chance of like getting it through like an egger or getting it through trade?
I guess through the trade,
Like
because
like
like
what the
there
odds are?
are there are like 10 people in your server, Ecto, that have like two angels wings each. So a lot of people give them away, but for a
I
huge
mean, I
amount
gotta
of
give them
taros.
credit where credit is due. They're grinders. It's all about the
Hey,
grind game.
hey,
Still on the
Uh,
I
grind.
remember getting the angel wings very easily from that freaking Coco machine.
Let me see. How did I? Oh, I remember now. Like when I went under my Lieutenant Green Plasma account, I think I actually got them through trade. Someone was actually willing, like a friend of mine, I think, was actually willing to give me a spare set. I was like, oh my god, thank you. I was so happy because that was like literally the one thing I wanted. Like that was everyone wanted this. It's either people want the Angel's Prayer or the Devil's Temptation. Those are the two. It's always been a
Yeah.
battle on two fronts. It's always been that, and always will be that. But speaking of which, actually, one thing I'm really looking forward to Legacy in terms of items, like having it, like putting more particle effects for items. And what I mean by that is
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
notice, take example, the Noble Gas axes, like the Neonex axe, Krypton X,
Oh
Argon X,
shit.
Radon X,
Oh,
Xenon X.
that would be fucking
Those are
badass
the
if
only
the
items in
item
the game.
traces. Yeah.
What?
Though that would be badass
What'd
if
you say?
like that would be fucking badass if like melee weapons got like neon lights and traces and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, but not
Yes.
just weapons, but items in general. Like, notice that those axes, those weapons in particular, are the only ones in the game, at least to my knowledge, that have particle effects. You can see like the little electricity,
I
coming
think
off
the
of them.
lightning
Like,
storm has
imagine, for
that.
example, take the Angel's Prayer wings. Imagine like when you wore them, you see like glittering feathers
Yeah.
just falling off of them, or like with like the Devil's Temptation, like you can see like dark aura just coming
Only
from
there's
it.
an option to turn them off.
Yeah, because
Well, yes, no,
someone
that
will.
actually that was actually discussed in a stream like way, way long ago, like a long time ago before Retro like
But yeah, there's
was
like an
even
option like
released. They
hoodies
said that
on,
they're gonna
hoodies off.
yeah, like they said they're gonna try to like make it so where certain items can be toggled on and off and stuff like that. Let's say like if you had like Big Chill wings, because I know a lot of people who love Big Chill wings, that like you can actually like put the hood, if you know how Big Chill has the hood thing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be fucking badass.
Yeah,
that'd
like
be awesome.
the ultimate Chill wings. That would actually like I just really would like it would enhance the game. It would enhance the game's quality tremendously. So I just
Yeah.
think they should really get
Uh,
on there. There's so many. That's what makes Legacy so cool. There's so many endless possibilities to improve it. Like
yeah.
you've already seen it with the introduction and the Tech Square showcase. It's incredible. Like my mind is legitimately blown.
Oh yeah, those
So
pictures of Tech Square are fucking badass. Like, I really want to
it's
play
so
that.
badass. It's amazing, absolutely
Not just the
amazing. Love
pictures,
it.
the whole video showcasing it too.
Wait,
Mhm.
there's a video of
Uh,
showcasing their legacy tutorial.
Let me see. Like, let's see. Let's point out like what have been some of the most like common items that we've already been seeing around for people forgetting. Like, it's definitely the ace jackets
The
for
angel
one.
I want the ace
wings.
jacket.
You don't want an ace jacket?
I said I do.
Oh, you do want an ace jacket.
I
It sucks
really
though.
Yes.
They don't have a purple one.
I really don't want an ace jacket. My gear that I have, the body, pants, and shoes gear, the ones that have stats, they are always gonna
Yeah.
stay the same on my main character, and
Are
that's
you still gonna go for the Pepsi promoter outfit
yeah,
I made for you that one time?
yeah. I will wear that on my alternate character, one of them anyway.
Yes,
Yes,
because
that
that should like be your like. Just do keep in mind though, when you do compete in the thing, you have to wear the corresponding color. So
all right.
How would you know?
I will know. Believe
Ecto
me,
knows everything.
I will know.
So yeah, as I was saying, like the red jacket and the piped pants and the shoes are like, in my mind, they are like the definition of my character. Whenever I see another player with that jacket, oh shit, he's wearing the Shala jacket.
Like the Charlotte jacket. That's legit what I would call it. Like you even wearing it in your.
Yeah, the Shala
I
jacket.
even seen your pic. The Charlotte jacket. Yeah, that's what we're calling from now on. The Charlotte jacket.
Yeah, the jacket that I'm wearing in my
The
profile
shellac
pictures.
it.
It's the
The
Shala
shellac
jacket.
it.
The Shalak it.
Shellac it.
Yeah.
I should like that shellac it.
Oh no! Please stop!
Shalom.
Stop it now. I can
Should
already
never.
smell the views going down, the dislikes increasing.
And the
You're
What am
Shalas
I?
welcome.
killing themselves. Actually, like let's just put Sha in front of everything, just like lightning from Total Drama, like Sha lightning and
Selecto,
Shalecto,
selecto.
Shalect, Shalecto hello to my podcast Fusion Fall.
Should
Please don't.
I should
Please
hate
don't use that.
should you?
Shut the fuck shut up.
So this is so sad.
Should
Shalexa,
fusion fall.
Shalexa, play this.
Should Alexa should play Chespacito.
Shalexa is.
What is wrong with this?
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
guys.
Actually,
To anyone who's viewing this, I'm so sorry.
actually,
So like
Shalexa makes even more sense to me because Shalexa is actually another nickname that my friends call me. For
What would
some
you call
reason.
Dexter's side?
You know what
Yeah,
you know
everything.
what should be really appreciated about Legacy?
What?
Shalegacy.
The scaling.
Scaling
The
for you,
scaling,
man.
absolutely.
It's scaling for
Absolutely.
you, man.
It's amazing.
The size of number 2, he's short now.
Like you can actually hear the character, like you can actually hear their footsteps. Like if you remember for the
Yes.
text showcase, like what was the name of that character? Allison.
Oh,
Which of
Allison.
course remember
I
all
hate
all the
Allison. I
hate
still
that
hate
Allison got
Allison.
for no reason. There's honestly that made no sense to me to hate on a character that honestly that belonged to Dogon. Maybe it was just part of the personality she was given. Maybe I don't know. That's
I don't
No,
like
no.
her haircut.
There was a
Get it.
from the very first picture, like someone was like, "Man, I don't like this girl," and then it was just a bandwagon.
It was
Actually,
just-
that was me who didn't like this girl, and no one
People-
agreed with me for some reason. But
people will hop on anything. I swear.
yeah, people
Here, I
are
can-
fucking
let me go
defending
find
and
that.
attacking Allison.
Like,
Like,
what was
it
what was
literally
the name of
turned
the...
into-
Now that we are talking
Oh
about
my God, it
Allison,
literally-
I remember the Total Drama promotions, and I fucking missed that shit. It would have been really fucking cool to have Chris McLean and all of the others in Total
I mean, Fresh
Drama,
TV.
but fucking Fresh
Fresh
TV.
One
Yeah,
job.
yeah, that's another thing. I
They're
made
just
I
they're
made a
protective.
video about Total Drama Island in FusionFall Legacy, and that's another
Mhm.
one of my most popular videos. So I
I
don't
think
know.
Wade.
I think
Didn't
Oh,
I
Wade
yeah.
should
do that?
I think I should just switch from FusionFall to Total Drama because those videos are certainly doing better than
They do. Total Drama
Do
videos do
both.
so much, go so good for like no reason. I don't know why.
Do both. Screw it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking of
hell,
expanding
you
my
could
channel
do
beyond
drama
FusionFall, but I
content.
don't really know
Walk on.
what to make videos at.
Here,
No, but
let me.
I completely understand why Fresh TV did what they did. Honestly, it was an unfinished project. They didn't know that it was actually non-profit. No, I get it. I get it. And they really protect. I mean, at least like has some people say at least
Holy
they're not like
hell.
Viacom and stuff like that, where they're
Don't let this distract you from
beyond.
the fact that Vert posted up concept art for the characters.
Holy
Yeah, I mean, I
shit.
can understand. It's like,
Oh
oh,
fuck,
I don't know
that
about this.
concept.
I don't know. We're gonna make money off of our product and stuff like that. Maybe when Legacy is in a more finished state, maybe they might reconsider. Because I mean, think about it. If they
No,
did, imagine how. I mean, no, more than likely they're not going to. But I'm just saying, like, if by a miraculous decision, that's okay, maybe we can allow it. And imagine how it'd be just knowing that Total Drama just gets a comeback. It's like, hey, we had some technical difficulties before, but now we're back and stuff like
Oh
that.
man, these
I
just
wish
these designs.
Fresh
I
TV
had
wasn't
never
so against
seen them.
fan games.
I had never seen these designs and they're just mind blowing. Like I
Oh
really
yeah,
Uh,
love.
yeah, yeah. Those are the
they revealed all the characters that were going to be in it. Cameron and Zoe weren't going to be in it, but like
by far I think
he just
Owen
drew
looks
them
the best.
anyway.
Yeah,
Owen just looks so good.
yeah,
Like
I wanted someone to draw Owen FusionFall style for a while because Owen is like another one of my thing. My profile picture on the forums is
yeah, right. I
that
remember like
that
Owen was eating
screenshot of
the
the redonkulous race when he was eating the Eiffel Tower. That's like my favorite total drama moment
iconic,
ever. I love that scene.
iconic.
Iconic.
I love how Gwen was drawn, especially Heather. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really see the appeal of Heather at first, but then through time, I see why people
They
liked
were
her because just of her sassiness. Like my friend Austin, we all know Austin, Professor Utonium. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just absolutely loves Heather. I think because of
there
how
were
petty she is.
two more characters that Bert did not drew, but they were going to be in the game. I forgot who. I
I think
think
it was
Bridget was one.
Alejandro. I think it was Alejandro
Alejandro.
was one.
Alejandro was one,
Oh
and I
man,
forgot
I'm
who the other
getting a
one was.
boner
I want
just
to say
by hearing
Bridget,
his
but I
name.
also don't
Oh.
want to say Bridget.
So
It could have been Bridget, but
I
I
like
definitely
how
know one of them was
most of
probably
these
Alejandro.
I like how most of
Hold
these
on.
look exactly like the total drama ones, but at the same time they are a perfect fit for FusionFall. Like Cameron,
Absolutely.
Gwen,
Oh,
Heather.
I know. It was
Huh.
Cody.
Oh,
Oh, it was
I want
Cody.
Cody.
That would have been nice.
Owen,
That
Gwen, Heather, Duncan, Izzy, Courtney, Cody, Noah, and Alejandro.
Alejandro.
honestly like I'm basically a pipe dream at this point. But if Fresh TV were to reconsider, which like we said we doubt, but if they
Yeah,
were,
did you
it would
hear
be very
Total
nice.
Drama actually got cancelled?
It like at first when I thought about the idea of Total Drama and Fusion Fall together, I was like, I don't know. It was kind of a weird comment, but then when I started seeing rolling out with it, I was like, wait a minute, this makes perfect sense. I mean, you got Camp Kidney there from Camp Laszlo. You got Acorn Flats. I mean, they're all about the camping thing anyway. It
Yeah.
would have been perfect. Honestly, it really would have been
Are
amazing
we just
just to
gonna
see
forget
the
about
interaction
Lumpy
between these
Space
characters
Princess?
in Fusion. Huh?
Are we gonna forget about Lumpy Space Princess?
Oh, of course, Lumpy
Honestly,
Space. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have a different agenda for her now.
But like, can you just imagine that if Fresh TV didn't do that, we would have so much more reveals right now?
I really wanted to just see Lumpy Space
Fresh
Princess be
TV
like, oh my
didn't
god, I'm on TV. I'm on
Fresh
TV,
TV
you
didn't
guys.
only kill Total
So
Drama in Fusion Fall, they also killed the picture of the day because ever since they canned the Total Drama, they haven't made the peaks of the day.
That's true, but
that,
honestly, I
to
kind
be
of
fair, they're
respect
still
what they're
making
doing
much more
now.
progress than they would be if they were making it.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I know why we all want it back because it was just really fun seeing those pictures, but working behind the scenes to make the progression of Legacy faster, I'd rather have that than Pick of the Day.
Yeah,
To be
same.
to be honest, I'd rather have that. I mean, it hurts me to say, but at least I can look back and know that I have my fusion feedback and my
Oh, Fusion
electro.
Feedback, I just busted a nut.
Oh god.
You busted a nut.
Fusion
You busted a
Feedback!
nut.
I
You should
busted
have
a
seen
nut.
how I was when that picture got released. Everybody knows how I was
Oh
when the
yeah, I
F.U.S.I.O.N.F.A.L
know. I
Discord
was I
server.
was just the same. I was fucking
My mind.
uh
Everybody was pinging me. I got like 4 or 5 pings. Like, yo, Ecto,
Del
I
Ecto.
just
I'm
want
like,
my
what?
Scott
What's
Fusion
going
banana.
on?
Feedback is Del Tetradite confirmed.
Um,
It's so weird. This like here's a little short story about that. When the day that pick of the day came out, I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and I was actually kind of like low key waiting for the pick of the day because I knew that shit was gonna drop. It was either gonna drop on a tweet, and I was trying to wait for it because like they were still doing that race thing where it's like sometimes I would try to post it on Facebook as
No.
Oh
fast as
yeah,
possible.
I remember.
Or
The ones that
like that.
No.
posted on the
Sir,
I at
the
least got a
race was
few.
not happening during season 2.
It was like me versus Stevie. It was like all the time. It was me versus Stevie.
But like
But
Fusion Feedback was at a time where they didn't do the race.
yeah, I think
that
they
was
canned
just
it
so
by
out
then.
of left field. It was so out of left field. Like it was like literally the last thing I expected. So here I was waiting for the pick of the day. I'm like, damn, is this thing gonna come out or what? Because usually by the time it was like 10:30 something. It would have came out by then. So I was like, you know what? And I was home by myself. I was actually gonna go down and probably get like some Chinese takeout. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just get
I
dressed.
was like,
Because obviously it's probably gonna come out later tonight. So I leave my room for a second to go and like get whatever money I needed. I come back like not even like 5 minutes later. As soon as I left the room, that's when that shit decided to drop. So I come back to the room and I'm like, I'm bling bling. I'm like, what's going on? So I see that the pick of the day dropped, but I was like, I got Discord notification after Discord notification. I was like, yo, Ecto, check it out. We got Fusion feedback. I'm like, what? What? And I literally just busted on us.
I was low-key expecting a Fusion reveal because like then they released like Fusion Ed and like Fusion Boomer like 2 Fridays in a row.
Yeah.
The,
So, like-
the utter mass of my nut was superfluous.
Same.
It was super califragilisticexpialidociously large. It was
Feedback
just
is cool and all, but where's
It
my
was
ultimate
way
Echo?
big.
Echo?
It was way big.
that. It was way big.
Oh yeah, way big Xenia Nano. I forgot.
Wait,
I hope he does.
I'm
Oh
really
yeah,
curious
yeah.
to see what they do.
How did Way Big lose to Samurai Jack? Like, I know Samurai Jack has a lot of fans, but
Wait, what?
it's a fucking
It
new
was-
Nano.
it-
So why would you pass up
People
the
rigged it.
opportunity for
Like
getting
in terms of like popularity?
yeah, in terms of
No, it got it. That
I mean,
the
I
Nano
like
face-off thing got rigged.
yeah, I know Mandark rigged it,
Like
but
people were.
still, like, why the hell would people choose Samurai Jack, a Nano that everyone already had in the game, over a completely new Nano? Why?
I think the answer to that is pretty obvious, but Samurai Jack.
Mandark hacked
You know,
it. It's
It's
the only.
not. It's not really that easy.
It's
a
the
little
only
hard to
explanation.
compete
Mandark
with
hacked
Samurai
it.
Jack. Fusion Mandark totally hacked it, but it's kind of hard to compete with Samurai Jack on that level, considering how popular the show is. And I know how popular Ben 10 was as well, but Samurai Jack we're talking about here.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
it was bound to go either
Long
way.
ago in a
Respect-
distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness.
No. It actually goes like this. It means long ago.
Oh,
in
yeah,
a
yeah.
distant land.
Long ago
I,
in a distant
Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness.
unleashed an extra
I'm
thick
not even
portal of
believing.
darkness. Extra
That
thick.
fool-
Foolish
so
samurai
dumb.
warrior,
Wielding a magic
foolish samurai warrior, wielding a magic sword, wielding a foolish samurai sword. Step forth to oppose me.
Before the final blow was struck, I tore open a portal in extra thick time and flung him into the ass. Yeah, there were YouTube poops. like that.
Extra thick!
Extra thick!
Well, there goes the views.
Don't worry, people. This is the 40-minute mark. I'm pretty sure no one made it past the 10-minute mark, so
I'm
we can
sure.
we can
I
just
mean,
say the fucking
I gotta bounce in a few minutes. I gotta bounce in a few minutes anyways.
we can just say the fucking N word and no one will tell us anything for it.
I refuse.
Let's
N-word.
not. Let's not.
N word.
Hey,
You nincompoop.
as you can
There,
see,
I said it.
so like I grew up in a
Oh,
black
God.
community.
You know what, shall I
black
see?
school, so
See,
no.
now, if you get demonetized, then...
I refuse.
What the
Okay.
fuck are you talking about? To get monetized in the first place, you have to have 4,000 minutes of watch time. Well, actually, I have 600, and that's good, but not the point. You have to have 1,000 subs, so I can say the word nincompoop, and I'm not gonna lose a damn penny.
Shala,
You see,
that is
even
a
if
very
every
dirty
African
word.
American in the world said I could say the word, I still would not say it.
That is a very dirty word, Shala.
I like how we went from talking
Nincompoop.
about FusionFall Retro to talking about the N word in 0 to 100.
No, but to get back on topic,
Alright,
Anyway,
to get back on topic, I'll leave one more.
let's get back to Legacy. So, what do you think should be the best thing that's gonna get added to it?
um,
The players.
every bad nano power that's getting a renovation.
Yes,
True.
like for
like-
example, let's just
Recall and Treasure
one right off the top
Finder.
of my head, snare. It's just, I mean,
So like, when I'm playing retro, what I'm thinking would be very useful is a recall nano that would recall you to like the death point
You
instead
can
of
just
like
press warp away and wait
like
20
the
seconds. That's what
respawn
I
point.
do.
uh,
Or you
Yeah,
can
like, cause like,
you
man,
can
I don't
just
feel like
kill
going all the way
yourself.
back.
Kill yourself.
Well, you set a point in the world and like, oh, I can go to this anytime I've had my recall nano out.
Yeah, true.
Like that would be so useful instead of having to take a monkey like every 2 seconds.
So, in my opinion,
Now-
one of the best things that they could add is a really dynamic combat. Like, and it's not just player versus monster. Imagine a mission where you are running along with an NPC, say like Ben 10, and you are both running towards a group of monsters, and you are getting your weapon, and Ben is getting ready the Omnitrix, and he transforms, and you start shooting, and you both jump into the monsters at the same time. That's fucking epic. I wish
Honestly,
that kind
I
of shit
think that-
is...
Cutscenes are confirmed.
I think they should really do that every time there's like a Ben 10 nano mission. Like, obviously you're gonna be fighting Fusion Ben from times. This was my theory behind it.
Yeah,
That when they did like the Fusion feedback took it a day. My theory behind that was that like it was just Fusion Ben turning into feedback. Like I think that's gonna be the case. Like every time you see Ben, before you have a chance to attack, he's gonna notice you. He's gonna be surprised, and he's gonna be like, "It's villain time" or something like that, or it's he'll come in a dark way.
It's villain.
And it's villain time. And then he's gonna turn into like a fusion version of that particular alien hero.
Yeah, but and that's another thing. It's not just Ben 10 and you run together and he transforms. It's like any NPC, you need them to do epic shit, like do battle, instead of just standing in one place all day, just give you missions. You should fight alongside them, and the rare times you do fight alongside them, like Eduardo or Billy or Grim, they just fucking suck. They wander around aimlessly, they just attack and get killed unless you help them, and their animations are just basically shooting green bubbles at the fucking enemy. Just like
Honestly,
the
that's one thing that there are certain monsters in the game that for whatever reason I just cannot process. They're long range shooters. Like I call them, like you got like the short range hitters and you got the long range hitters.
Yeah.
The ones that shoot the green bubbles at you, and the one that just kind of hits you with physical attacks. There are certain monsters in the game that shouldn't even have the long range hitting thing with the green bubbles.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be a thing for certain enemies that look like they're downright physical attack.
Yeah,
Like they should really differentiate that.
like the Ultra Magno Beetles.
Yeah, like
Legacy
the
is fixing that though.
like they should really make it obvious that this monster is a heavy hitter, or is a physical attacker, and then you have like another one that's like a shooting attack or something like that. Just kind of make it obvious.
Yeah,
that,
one of the best things that
by
could
design.
get added to Legacy is the combat animations, because like the player has the
absolutely.
shooting the gun, but the monsters are just either ramming into you or shooting green bubbles at you. Like have the Ultra Magno Beetle swing its giant magnet at you, have the Caterplug shoot electricity at you. Shit like that would be fucking interesting if
Which I'm sorry. No, continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, like if Don Doom was swinging its claws at you, or the stuff like that. Like if a monster would just pick up a piece of the ground, or just get a rock and throw it at you, like I don't know, the Boy Scouts in the
That would actually
wilds.
be like really cool. Like there's, like I said, there's so many endless possibilities they can do
Yeah,
with
and
that.
they
And I know
just
one thing that
either
I know a lot of people.
and they all
No,
just
go ahead,
shoot
go
green
ahead.
bubbles. Like it's terrible animation actually.
Like honestly, I think one I know another thing that a lot of players wanted for Legacy is actually being able to dodge attacks.
You
Like because
can.
even when you move, even in retro, when you're moving and jumping away, because obviously jumping is a way of mobility.
Yeah.
Even then, you're still getting hit, and it doesn't really make sense. So there should be like at least an obvious range difference from when you're getting hit by like a physical attacker
If
like in
you
different.
in the zoo dev blog, like the description of the Roblox Rhino says they charge on sight. That makes you think they're gonna charge at you instead of, long range shooting you. So like, you can actually dodge them if they charge at you, you just move out the way fast
Yeah.
enough.
And instead they just
And like
shoot green bubbles at you, of course.
yeah. You
Right.
also did the same thing in the Halloween dev blog. You know that one what's his name? Batty Bloodsucker?
Yeah.
You have to shoot his bats before you can shoot him directly.
That was I think they talked about that, right? Like you can basically
Just
the
use a
Batty
fucking
Bloodsucker, or at
shatter
least that
gun.
new boss
Just use a
version
fucking
can like
shatter gun and then you can kill all of them, maybe.
looking forward to Halloween, guys, honestly. So
Oh yeah, it's
let's
in like
see.
10
Shala,
days.
any
Shala,
last
not
things?
Shala. It's
Shala,
Shalarific.
Shala, Shala.
Shala.
If the Dracula Nano does not have a leech power that is called Scraping Lick, I will be mad.
I
I
will
too will be
boycott
mad.
fucking Legacy if the Dracula Nano doesn't have a scrape and leech. True.
So Shala. Any
Shala.
last things about, or anything last things we should bring up?
Well, how do you feel about the glitches and the instability in Retro right now?
I have not encountered a single glitch or any instability.
I haven't been able to encounter a single one because
Ecto didn't know anything about
exactly.
the glitches because he just found out that Retro is out, so of course he hasn't played it yet.
Of course not.
I'm level 20 and I haven't encountered anything bad.
Yeah, for me it might be because of my slow computer, but it is usually glitchy. It often gives me a live check termination which kicks me out of the game. That's really frustrating.
Oh yeah, the
Like
live check termination, that was a problem because
that's annoying.
if you jumped multiple times and
Yeah, on a
then it would
platform.
kick you because they think you're hacking. But I think they fixed that because I've been doing it earlier today
I
and
still
it didn't
get
kick
it.
me.
I still get it
Like
sometimes though.
like Shala, like you can basically just plug your thing into a potato and it'll run FusionFall at this point.
Yeah, my PC is worse than a potato at this point. And yeah, I get that this is so far unstable because it is still technically the beta. It just has the past. But yeah, there are many problems with it. Like there's this mission, the timed missions where you have to get a gooby trap before it goes
Oh,
off. I was doing a
Yeah.
mission on that in the ruins, and I got to it. I pressed it right as the mission timer was running out, so it just got deleted from my mission log. It didn't complete the mission, and I can't go back to Mandy and go pick it up because she doesn't have it either. So it just got completely deleted. I don't know what to do
did you
about it.
have did you at least have a rocket? Did you at least have a rocket nano for that
No, I
mission?
don't have RocketNet.
Oh,
Yeah,
would have
that's
been
another
stupid either
thing.
way.
Oh yeah, the nanos are actually the only ones useful so far are heal, scavenge, run, and rocket. That's all
Leech.
you're ever gonna.
Competitive FusionFall.
Yeah,
Competitive FusionFall
I actually
nano series.
Literally.
you can literally
Oh,
use the basic three nanos, Buttercup, number two, and Eddie, the whole game
For
without
like
a
the
problem.
entirety of the game.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing this whole
all I
time.
use is heal, leech, and scavenge.
All I use is run, heal, and scavenge, and I just use run because it's more efficient than the vehicles. Because when I use the vehicles, it still and get attacked by monsters, it still takes like a second to hop off the vehicle, and that if there are many monsters that are above my level, I'm basically dead by then. So the number
My
two
team
is
consists
useful.
of 4 arms, number 5, and number 1.
My team is the basic three. It's Buttercup, number two, and Eddie.
Oh my god.
And I'm level 21,
Yes.
and that's like basically all I'm gonna need.
Yep, that's all you need. All right.
This is. I'm gonna use my team until I get Juniper Lee. When I get Juniper Lee, she's replacing number 5.
I wanna use a Ben 10
Yeah.
Nano, but so
And just
far
and
I've
just
only got
last
4 arms,
and
and
just
he's
last,
not really
last
useful.
point. Last point before we start concluding in any way.
Yeah.
Courage is the best nano in the
Really?
entire game.
He is scavenge and heal.
Yeah,
But
but he
if
can
Van
only make
Kleist is
one.
if Van Kleist was in the game, he would be the best because he had leech and heal.
But I'm not sure. But yeah,
Van
you know,
Kleist had leech and heal.
yeah, leech and heal, but
Uh,
Courage got scavenged,
it's
so they're kind of like.
sir, it's actually unstable nano. Thank you very much. It's not Van
Thank
Kleist. He
you,
wasn't added.
thank you. I stand corrected. Unstable nano's best nano. That's what
Unstable
I'm telling you
nano
right
is the
now.
best nano.
This is
And it
actually
is coming back in Legacy.
before we bounce. I actually wanted to pitch my idea for what I think they should definitely do with unstable nano, because there wasn't really actually anything with the unstable. I don't know if there was actually any power. It was just there. It was just
It
basically
was for
there.
testing.
Yeah,
It
they
was
were
for testing.
testing
You could
future
actually basically.
nanos.
I think it was an adaptium nano at that time when you got it, because I definitely had gotten the unstable nano, at least to what I remember. But I think it was adaptium at the time. You could only basically use it for like corruption attack counters or something like that, and that was basically it. I think what like you should do, or what they should do when you get the unstable nano, like they should make it so where it's like a randomizer.
Yeah,
like you
it
get
changes.
a random,
It changes the powers. Yeah, I get.
like yeah,
if,
like you can,
and there
or
is
like
a
in the
1 in
power
1,000
you
chance that you get the Tetradite unstable nano that counters
like
everything
no,
besides
no,
cosmics.
no. Basically, this is how it would work. So you roll and you get like a random set of powers. It could be this one, or this one. It'll be in 3 different categories: the adaptium category, the blastons category, and the cosmics category. And each time you randomize the powers, you have to pay like maybe like a little bit of your fusion matter or your taros, whichever one it would be. Whatever power you choose to pick, like first you'd have to permanently like say, hey, I want this to be my my unstable nanos power list. Like if it had this power, this power, this power, but whichever one you choose also determines the unstable nanos nano type. So if you chose the one on the far right, say, hey, if on the cosmics category you had like a heal self or something like that, and all the other powers were just kind of trash, you're like, okay, let me just pick that. So it would become a cosmics heal nano. And of course, according to the level of which you got it, it would also be extremely efficient, and it may even outclass the Eddie nano, God forbid. But you also the setback. I think there's also be a setback for the unstable nano, where it's like maybe it drains faster.
Maybe
Like
it can.
it gives you
Maybe
like
it
it
can
gives you
get
more
randomly.
output.
What if it gets randomly just drains the stamina altogether, like randomly, because it's supposed to be unstable, so it just
Well,
logs off
of course.
randomly.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Well, yeah, it could work that way, but it's like it would give like the unstable nano would give more power output than any other nano, but it would drain fast. Like you don't know, like the amount. That's actually a good idea. Not a bad idea. Like the time you use it can also determine like the percentage of how much stamina is drained from it. Like it can take like you can basically like it can get drained in one go, or maybe in 2 or 3. You never know. But that's not a bad idea. But I think that's just how they should probably go about it. At least that's my idea. Just let the power you choose also determine its type. Then I guess you can go to like a great machine if you wanted to change the power for it, but it would also change its nanotype as well.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
What do you got?
Brad, have you got any final suggestions for FFL?
Other than the crystalline spawn suggestion that I gave, that actually has a chance of being in the game. And that I told
support crystalline spawn.
I told Prizzy that if crystalline spawn ever gets in the game, I'll donate him $100.
Well, my
to me, I personally think that the name of it should be changed a little bit, and that's what I've been thinking about. But I'm cool with crystalline spawn. I just feel like maybe it probably is just like maybe a little too obvious. I'm not too sure, but I'm definitely down for the idea of like having like a hardened, crystallized fusion spawn.
Crown. Yeah.
I think that was
It's
really really.
it's like coated in crystals.
Well, my final suggestion is what I already said. Like, imagine fighting alongside your NPC, like your favorite character. Like, you are running with side by side with Ben 10 and jumping into a horde of monsters, and he transforms and starts shooting heat blast fire, and you start shooting your gun, and you both like jump into the horde. Like, stuff like that would be epic. And it's not even just Ben, like all the other characters, like with superpowers, for example, you and Blossom or someone flying into them, and that can even be a
100%.
cutscene. Like imagine you fighting Fuse, and the cutscene kicks in, and some of the NPCs come with you, and they start just beating the shit out of Fuse until you kill him.
Well, that's a very active imagination there, but it sounds like a cool idea nonetheless.
Yeah, and
Alright,
the other thing
um,
with the monster animations, they should make that
Yes.
work better. We
Yeah,
talked about
it
it.
should. I don't
So
really got anything else left to say.
yeah,
Me neither.
the only thing that's left is that I'm sorry that Waze couldn't make it for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks.
He never found his way.
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
You just keep coming up with one terrible pun after another. And we just hit
I'm
the 1
just-
hour mark. So this has been
Yeah.
Sha Podcast FusionFall. So with Shala, Emperor Shalekto,
Make-
and Shalonir Knight,
Uh,
and
Just
It's
suggesting.
Coco.
Shabai Bai,
Yes, Shakoko Moko.
Shakoko, Shakoko
Coco
Shamoko,
No. Let me
The name
stop.
is Shamoko Coco.
Shakoko Shamoko,
Shamoko Coco.
and Shabai Bai.